Hello, everyone. So, let's, I'm meaning to play this on my days off, but however, I didn't get days off this week. I had to go in yesterday. And the day before that, I ended up sleeping, and I was like, yeah, might as well not start it. Like, at the time that I was gonna originally play it. So... yeah. We're gonna be playing Dead Space. Dead Space isn't like... it's not my favorite horror franchise or anything that would go to Resident Evil, but it's definitely the one that's like the lowest maintenance to do right now, because we just start a new game, we can just go through it. Dead Space is a very fun game. Is it a very scary game? I mean, it's very in your face with being scary. Yeah, let's just get right into it. New game. We'll be playing on normal because, you know, we're normal. Look at this diagram. Yay, that's the scariest thing here. That's probably, everyone's probably done that joke before, probably. I'm a hack fraud. Dead Space, but like really hard to read. Mr. Kelly en route to Aegis System. Primary mission assets: Isaac Clarke, Kendra Daniels, and Zach Damon. Just so you know who we got going here. Don't worry, there are other people on the ship, but they're already telling you who the main characters are.
Isaac, it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I wish I could just talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. It's strange. Such a little thing.
How many times you watched that thing? Guess you really miss her. Don't worry, we're almost there. You'll be able to look her up once we're on board. Sounds like you two have a lot of catching up to do.
Alright everyone, we're here. Sinking our orbit now.
As I say, was it always that shaky?
All this trouble over that chunk of rock.
Deep space mining is a lucrative business, Ms. Daniels. Aegis 7 is a gold mine according to prospectors' reports. Cobalt, silicon, osmium. Now, where is she? There she is. We have visual contact.
So that's Ishimura. Impressive.
The USG Ishimura. Biggest planet cracker in her class. And it looks like they already popped the cork.
The biggest? I guess, you know,
Dark, I don't
perspective.
see the lights.
Corporal, take us in closer and hail them. And stay clear of that debris field. We're here to fix their ship, not the other way around.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellion responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura.
Well, they're emitting a distress.
Power's low.
Yes, we know. Boost the signal. More.
Never heard of a total communications blackout on one of these things. You'd think with 1,000 people on board, someone would pick up the phone.
What is that?
It's a busted array like we thought. Sounds like they're having problems with their encoder. You get us down there and Isaac and I can fix it. 48 hours max.
Alright, you heard the lady. Take us in, let's see what needs fixing.
Briefly considering what would the plot of this game be if it was just a busted encoder. Clock in, clock out.
What the hell?
Sir, the autodock.
What is it?
We're off track. We're gonna hit the hull.
Hit the blast shields! That guidance ted is damaged. Switch to manual, now!
Inside the
Their everything is damaged, apparently.
Abort!
No! We can make it inside! Corporal, gave you an order.
The field's too strong.
That Isaac is just like no reaction. Isaac does not give a solitary shit. Playing the original just because I mean this is the one I like.
Is everyone okay?
I would have to buy the other one.
What the hell were you thinking? Were you trying to get us killed?
I just saved our asses, Miss Daniels. If we had aborted at that speed and distance, we'd have smashed right into the side of the Ishimura. Now settle down. Let's get to work. Corporal, report.
I'm not getting any readings from the port booster, and we've lost comms and autopilot.
Put on my
Take some time to
All right.
fix.
Let's get some extra hands from flight deck to help out.
Hold still, Isaac. I'm syncing up everyone's rig with the ship. Okay, we're done. Clean bill of health for everyone.
All right. We've still got a job to do. We're moving out.
Yeah, we got a diegetic health bar in this game. I forgot that guy's face. The diegetic health bar. All the menu aspects of HUD UI stuff is in universe in this game, and I think that's cool. I think when games can do that, they should. I don't know, just makes it feel more lived in, less.
Use run to move quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, is there a quick turnaround? I could have sworn there was a quick turnaround function.
You lost the port booster. Unbelievable.
Welcome, CEC employees, to the USG Ishimura. The Ishimura was the first Planet Cracker class
Kinda appreciating the
the oldest serving, with 62
the
years
sights and the
of
sounds.
service. It holds the record for highest number of planet cracks, with 34 to date.
Guess the power's down everywhere. Isaac, get over here and hack the door pad.
And counting. Whether you'll be joining us aboard the
Over where? Get over there, specific. Okay, there you go.
the captain and crew would like to welcome you.
That doesn't look like hacking. It looked like a locked door presented me with the option to open said door. Wow. CEC, Concordance Extraction Corporation. Good to know.
Seems like everyone was trying to pack in a hurry.
Save at these things.
There should be a security detail in here.
Yeah? Well, there's not. There's nobody here.
I don't remember the camera being this close to Isaac, though. Like, I could have sworn he was smaller.
Security console's still live. Isaac, log in and see what you can find. Kendra, get that elevator back online.
Power's dead. I can't.
Then reboot the damn power. Look, if we all cooperate, we can figure this out a lot sooner. Let's get that computer display up, Isaac.
Also, I'd like to state,
Find your next objective.
the map. I barely remember using this map during my entire playthrough, if I'm gonna be honest. Because I think this covers just about everything you need. As I want to mention, because I remember things are about to get a little hectic, you know. Where's my old saves? Whatever. That actually put a thing in there? Okay, just making sure. Alright, anyways. Messing around with BVOD uploads, and the first part of Alan Wake is blocked in some territories because of 10 seconds of audio. I'm just gonna say it, anyone who tries to listen to whatever song I was actively trying to talk over that way is, quite crazy. Low damage report.
Huh, that doesn't look good. She's taking a lot of damage.
Unless there's a lot of blood.
The tram system's offline. Getting around is going to be difficult. Air seems to be flowing again. That's a start.
What the hell was that?
Automatic quarantine must have tripped when the filtration system restarted. Everybody relax.
What was that? Did you hear that?
Not sure.
The hell? I don't know. Something's in the room with us.
Oh, there it is. You got own zoned. so the game has started. Oh shit. Ouch. Ouch again. Get away from me, get away from me, please. Ouch. I'm running, I'm doing all I can. Close. Door close. Thank goodness. Alright. Well, we took a little bit of chip damage there. Door close harder. Thank goodness. Yeah. This game does not waste time like really building up the tension and slowly introducing us to the stakes. This game is very much interested in getting us into the bang shooty part of the experience. And hey, works for me. Cut off their limbs. Excellent gamer tip. Yep, cut off their limbs, but again. Stuff in the vents. Oh, get the door open? Okay. Alright. Alright. Yep, so cut off the limbs to do extra damage. Like that. Here you go. We're now tutorialized. This is our first gun, quote unquote. This is not a gun. It is a plasma cutter. I'll leave the actual name. What it's for, forget, like engineering. Yo, they got a Sports Illustrated? Yeah. There's an achievement for beating the game with just this thing, and it's very doable. I wouldn't say that it would be super, super hard, because it's a very good gun, and it would allow you to funnel all of your upgrades into the gun. However, it is, I think it would just be boring. And the biggest problem with it is that you couldn't just, like, switch to another weapon to, you know, rotate through ammos or whatever. Yep, so we just gotta be, we're just being a little cautious. Remember this, I will accidentally use health packs throughout this game.
This is Benson. Everybody listen up. They're using the vents. That's how they're getting around the ship. Stay away from down. Get back. Get
Isaac! God, I can't believe you made it.
Yeah.
Isaac, we ran into more of them on the way over here. Are you
What's your face?
More what? What the hell are those things? Is that the crew?
Keep your voice down. Whatever they are, they're not friendly, and half the doors on this ship are locked because of the quarantine. Now, we have to get to the bridge. But first, we gotta repair the tram system.
Okay.
You're crazy, Hammond. You're gonna get us all killed.
If you listen to me, I will get you out of here alive. Now, what's wrong with the tram?
The data board is fried, but there should be a spare in the maintenance bay. There's also a broken tram blocking the tunnel that needs to be repaired. Damn it! Everything is on the other side of this quarantine. We can't reach it from here.
No, we can't. But you can. Isaac, if I can get to the bridge, I should be able to access the personnel files. You fix the tram, and I'll help you find Nicole.
Why are we even making, like, deals like this? It should be more than enough that he's willing to help us survive in this situation. Let's see. Briefly talk about the melee attack. This melee attack, I don't know what this is for. There are very few enemies where doing that's a good idea. Like, even the basic enemies, which I believe are called slicers, even they are not super susceptible to that. In fact, if you use it on them too much, they'll lower their blade arms and just block. And then they'll hit you afterwards. I do have one small complaint about this game we'll get into later when we actually get like a wide variety of weapons. Alright, that's the right way to go, which means we can go to the route with some chest hair. Like, get it. Get it. I didn't kill you. I was moving over to stomp on it, but that works too.
This is Benson, Tram Engineering. We think we figured it out. Smith killed one. Listen, forget about shooting him in the body. You gotta cut off the limbs. Grab a cutter, anything like that. Cut him apart.
Alright, it has been less than 20 minutes and we've been told like 3 times how to fight the enemies. That looked weird because he clearly just ragdolled from up there. Anyways, don't worry, mutilated corpses like that aren't the enemies.
Isaac, be careful.
Oh my word.
Go for the limbs. Dismember them. That should do the job.
If you ever feel like you're stupid, okay, that's now like the 5th. So, if you ever feel stupid, reminder, the fact that they felt the need to hammer that point in so hard means that someone in QA couldn't figure that shit out. A big open-ish space, so I feel like an encounter is likely. What even was that noise? You have stasis, which you use.
Looks like that door is malfunctioning, Isaac. Try using the stasis module you just picked up.
Yep. Stasis is a handy-dandy tool for combat, as well as a puzzle-solving technique. Oh, really dark. I was gonna say, can we get some lights in here? As I like to specify, I'm not particularly a big fan of horror. I scare easily. I don't like being scared. But I do think this is a fun game regardless of that part. You loaded up? Yeah. Did you hear that? I think I just got like a spooky message from HR. don't remember how much small health packs fill up. I feel like it might only be like 1 pip of our spine, but who knows?
Your stasis module should be able to help you with.
I definitely remember there. Yeah. I definitely remember there being a fight in this room. Power nodes. Power nodes are the thing that I would like to complain about when it comes to like first time runs of this game. Power nodes kind of encourage you to not mess around with multiple weapons because you need them to upgrade them. You know, you only have so many. I definitely remember there being a fight in this room. We also have infinite stasis, so those are just normal corpses.
Listen up, car 8 is trashed. We managed to get it back to the repair depot, but now the autoloader is fried. I need a stasis module brought down here now. If we don't get this piece of shit off the track, it's gonna jam up the whole system.
I'm glad I wasn't even looking at it when it did that. I'll say one thing. I'll give the game credit. You'll definitely always know when you're in a combat scenario. Because, they'll let you know. They'll let you know. Might need to turn it up a little bit. I don't know. Ambient audio is loud enough. Oh, yeah, right. If I remember correctly, you have to use another one. Really? That's all it took? Alright, he got me. Use one of our heals while we're thinking about it. I think we have to use stasis on this one because it's a little fucked up. Dash, we can go press this funny button.
Replacing damaged tram car. Please stand by.
Stand by is code for objective survive.
Isaac, you did it. The tram is blocking the whole system. When you get the computer online, you'll be able to call the tram from the control room. Faster the better. I can hear something crawling around out there.
Oh, was that dude just walking around like he was lost?
Tram replacement complete.
Let's see. Better just walk it. Yeah. Game. I'd like to go over some nostalgic things with this game. This is a game I actually played a majority of with my best buddy in high school. Oh, yeah, I can hear you. Are you gonna fall through, or are you just gonna chill out up there? Those enemies are really annoying, by the way. Just, preempt that. Anyways, I originally played this game back in high school with my best buddy. we got spooked the shit by the trailer of this game, which is loaded in with the game as well. If you like just kind of leave it on the title screen long enough, it plays. Which is why we saw it, because we were trying to just look at how it runs. It's a freak. Anyways, we were trying to you know, get the disconnect the Wii, get the 360 connected, you know, messing around with the cords while the game was like running, and you know, you put something in the Xbox back then, it auto plays instead of letting you like dick around on the hub, the little user menu there. So then we just like, the game opens way too loud on the violent part of the trailer.
Isaac, I've patched into the deck security system. It took some work, but I've got the door to the maintenance bay unlocked. The data board should be somewhere inside.
I knew it was something about that bugging out. Stomping on things in this game, quite cathartic. Even though, again, the melee attack's not the most effective thing. I can't ever really remember a time in this game where my go-to solution was, alright, I have, like, shot the legs out from under the enemy. Let me go run up and step on them. That just seems like a bad idea.
Isaac, it's Kendra. It looks like the door to the storage room is locked. There should be a key somewhere in the maintenance bay.
Oh, there's one roaming around over there. He dropped an item. Good sign in terms of him actually being dead. I'm getting the feeling that maybe we're supposed to use that conveniently located explosive for that. That took a lot of shots. How are we doing on that? Oof, only 5 more. Alright, make that 11. Heard another thing. Oh, there he is. Let's use the explosive on this one. That didn't work all that well. Hey, there you go. The main thing to worry about with slicers, and a lot of enemies in this game, is that if they're really far away from you, they don't just stick to their general shambling moveset. Like, they'll start doing more than shambling at you. They'll enter that, like, hand-over-hand sprint thing and come do a hit on you. And the worst thing about being hit is getting flinched, and now you're not actively dealing any damage in the encounter. So more things are getting closer to you while you're in a vulnerable state. And later on, the game introduces just like a recolored version of the slicer with a shit ton more health. It's quite nice to only have to deal with these low power ones. Oh, might as well use another heal then. And our inventory is apparently fucking full up on heals. I'd rather have more shots than as many heals as we have, though. Oh, I'm hearing something. No, apparently not. Yeah, apparently the development history of this game, the studio went from making a System Shock style game to being like, no, we want to make a, like Resident Evil 4 came out, and they're like, we want to do that. So they ended up making their own Resident Evil 4 in space. Which, hey, good for it for wearing its inspirations on its... Oh, wait, yeah, we did kill that one. Good for it for wearing its inspirations on its sleeve like that. I mean, Resident Evil 4 was a very, very influential game. I was debating playing it, honestly, but... So my playtime on Steam on this game was about 10 hours. Which, hey, if that's how long the game actually is, then we'll end up packing it up. But honestly, whenever I think about this game, it feels like it's longer than that. Inventory full. Alright, what do I want to get rid of? Let's drop that so we can... Or... Another thing I didn't mention, every weapon has an alternate fire. The plasma cutter has the most boring, but also pretty useful for what it is. Yeah. Okay, 3 shots being left in the wake. Died. I think I provide a good argument as to why we don't just sprint everywhere, because the more you run around, the more likely you are to run into a whole creature. Medium pack. All right, let's we'll swap it around. Got that. I do not recall the game ever giving you. Okay, man. Faulty thing, damage repulsors. Okay, so they just... By mission day 5, a lot of their shit was damaged. Apparently that could have just been like mundane maintenance stuff. I think we're good on Cutter for now. Okay, they did not insert us in. We got, instead of just running... Oh wait, we rode an elevator up here. Wait. Use critical path, not fucking side stuff. I'm being foolish. Let's see. I heard you. Alright, gotta stay on your toes. I heard that noise. Yeah, using the vents and playing dead is gonna be like 90% of how they enter scenes. Alright, another node. Hey, you really want to find those nodes. And we'll find out. Yep. What she said. And there's the plot critical thing, but yeah. So we can upgrade our stasis module, which really just comes down to how much ammo it has and how long it lasts. Unfortunately, a big thing they like to do is make you waste things. I don't think I've ever really upgraded the stasis module, because it's... Stasis module in combat is useful, but there's only one encounter that I can really think of where I make a lot of it. Make a lot of use of it. And then here we can upgrade our physical stats, but Again, takes a while to get to HP. The air upgrade could be okay. However, here we have the weapon upgrade thing, and this is much more important, I'd say. Your speed. Damage and capacity, I think, are pretty important. We're just going to... Actually... Nah, it's just one. We'll do it. Yeah. By upgrading damage and capacity, that does a few things, but mostly just now we pack way more hurt in this, in one clip,
Take the board
which
back
I
to
think...
tram control and slot it into the computer array. That should get the tram system back online.
But you may be wondering about the efficacy of headshots. They aren't really. I believe the cut off the limbs might make you think that like the standard, like the horror game de facto headshot is in play. It isn't. Oh. Man, I got that Hollywood aim there for a second. That one didn't scare me, but it did surprise me. Is I thought it was one that we had shot up previously while we were moving around there. Oh. I was like, why isn't the elevator... Wait, is this a set piece? It was not. That one got me a little bit. I don't know how often we're going to like actually get killed in this game. I will say that like we've got a decent amount of health in our inventory. Don't worry, they won't last. As the game goes on, we will be getting like pieced up more and more. The fuck? Do I install the data board over here?
Tram control computer now online.
Yay.
Shipwide tram system reinitialized. All trams now operational. Tram arriving at flight deck station. Quarantine lifted.
All right, we're on board and heading to the bridge. Good work.
Strange. The quarantine just lifted.
Whatever was in the flight lounge must have left. That's lucky for us. Isaac, get back to the Kellion and prep it for launch. We'll find out what we can from the bridge and meet you there.
If we live that long, you're out of your league, Hammond. This is suicide. We're going to
Your
die
lack
out
of confidence in me is duly noted, Miss Daniels. But I have a mission to complete, and that's exactly what I am going to do, with or without you. Do you understand?
Yeah, her naysaying is kind of really annoying.
here. Just get us out of here alive.
Like he's just like, all right, we've got I'm a very objective focus. We're going to fucking die. All right, that's not helpful. Calm down, bitch. I gotta wonder what the Ishimura looked like when it wasn't in spooky mode, you know? Like when this thing was operating at like, was in like full operational capacity, and the lights worked, for instance. The only thing I'll complain about is the lack of quick turn does seem like a bit of a mistake. Enemies will come at you from more than one angle, eventually. Oh, the lighting in here's gotten even worse since I last left. I'm being ready for anything. I'm locked in. Yep. So there is a slicer around here. Oh shit. Yeah, that was a little annoying. Alright. There we go. I don't know the distinction between the ones that still have their pants versus the ones that are still, you know, or the ones that are completely naked. How many are we at right now? Okay, we got 15. Got one more full clip. Just being very specific. I don't. It's kind of hard to notice when your reserves are.
Isaac, we made it to the bridge. It's a nightmare up here. No survivors. We're going to try to get to the command computer. Wish us luck.
Okay. The stomp is mostly useful for freeing items from their box container. I forgot that Isaac can run backwards. Good to know. Alright, let's use one ammo. Yep. Ammo got us 4, that's a pretty good deal. I was gonna say, which direction is that coming from? That's why I hate that enemy, by the way. That leap is real annoying. Also, it's kind of hard to hit its tail, which is another limb. Alright. Well, that's not going to be a viable option. Apparently they were just slapping the shit out of it while we were gone.
Collision detected in the main hangar bay. Emergency crews have been notified.
Obviously, we couldn't tell from a thing. So slicers can be immediately defeated by taking off both their arms. That is like a, Just exploring what's this way. Yeah, taking off a slicer's arms does instant kill it. However, I think, I think going for the legs makes them much more tolerable to fight.
That was our ride home. It's the only way off the ship.
Kendra,
No, Hammond! This changes everything!
just let me think. Can you access the command computer?
It's no good. There's an executive lockdown of all primary systems. Without the captain's authorization, I can't access them.
Well, where's the captain?
Here he is. Captain Benjamin Mathias. Location, med lab. Status, deceased.
What? How?
I can't access that information. Find the captain and you'll find his rig. With his authorization codes, I can crack this computer wide open.
Damn it. Isaac, I'm sending the tram back to your location. Get to the medical deck and find that rig as fast as you can.
What was that?
On one of those, I mean, Hammond surely must have found a weapon by now. Oh, good. Oh no, it's just this room again. Taking it a second to turn its lights on. I would like to say this game does a good job of making nowhere feel safe. It's probably its strongest suit. Is that there are very few places you go where you're just like, yep, this is. I got a tiny bit. There's very few places you go where you're like, yeah, I'm guaranteed that this new area is going to be completely devoid of enemies. It's not how that works. Yep.
Place extra items in the safe.
What she said. Alright, the store. So, we can now buy the line gun and the pulse rifle, as well as the level 2 suit. So, things that I buy here. When I'm really desperate, sometimes I buy some ammo. Or sorry, sometimes I buy health, but that's not really what we're looking for here. First get the suit because enemies do a lot of damage, and also inventory slots going up means more bullets. Also, it means Isaac goes from wearing cloth over most of his body to, you know, having all that metal ribbing. Hypothetically help us prevent us from getting, like, slapped up. Oh, these do sell for a decent amount. I'm gonna sell the stasis pack, though. Every time you need to use stasis, it's just given to you. I want to sell some of my medium health packs to afford stuff. I will need them later. A little. I'll go over the two guns here real fast. The line gun. I can't remember how effective the timed mines are, but that's the alternate fire. The wide beam, though, does make it, like, basically just a super-sized plasma cutter. It can only shoot horizontally, but it is, like, if you want an anti-slicer gun, this thing is that. It shoots so wide you can just take them out. Pulse rifle is interesting. Pulse rifle is the exception to the shoot off the limbs rule, because while it can do limb damage, it's mainly just good for eventually having, like, the highest damage, like, per magazine, per clip, whatever you want to say. From full ammo to no ammo, it just does the most damage that you can get, especially once upgraded. It makes it really good at just, like, blitzing down things that you're struggling to hit the weak points on. I'm probably just gonna get it. I used it in my last run as well. Okay, if they use the term clip, that means I'm allowed to. But yep. The rifle isn't that amazing for a lot of these standard enemies, but that we'll be encountering for a while. But eventually, we'll have a place. Yeah, I think we should immediately get that node and start upgrading it. That is the other thing, though, for the rifle. If you want to make it really good, it is a node hog. You know, kind of sucks. We can just sell a small med pack and then afford the power node. The economy in this game, by the way, I think is pretty decent. Like, I do have issues with how many nodes you're given, but they definitely do a good job of giving you like just enough money to where you can get like one or two things, but you're not like loaded. So that's an interesting texture on the wall there. Chapter 1, New Arrivals. Chapter 2, Intensive Care. So here's a fun fact that I'm going to say, even though I'm sure most people know this fun fact who have like are even a little familiar with this game.
It's all right, McCoy. He's here. Nothing to be afraid of. I knew you would come. Just like you said.
They've got a little maggot effect going on there.
Take me. Shut up.
Oh. Yep, we now have Kinesis. Kinesis is really interesting. What a fantastic idea. Unfortunately, its usage in combat without specified like explosive barrels feels really mediocre. Quick, did anything show up in this store? Wouldn't that be a dirty trick? So we can, oh, they're not even selling bullets for the gun we got. Anyways, with our power of Kinesis, we can, move physics objects. As you can see, works great. Yeah, you can use Kinesis to fight without ammo. Probably a better way to do that than... My inventory looking like right now, by the way. Very solid. We've got 5 slots and decent amount of healing. I want to get someone to look into the way that you did the maggot effect. But that's even what those are, not some necromorphs thing. Oh. Flamethrower. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Let's talk about cruel tricks now. Yep, immediately introducing the flamethrower after, well, how much is that? I will mention Hydrazine Industrialized Torch. I used the flamethrower on my first playthrough of the game, and let me tell you, it didn't feel amazing. Maybe I was just using it wrong. There is like one enemy in particular I think it's pretty, like, really well adapted for.
Are you there? We were attacked. Kendra's gone. 1 minute she was there, and I can't believe I lost her. We can still do this. Get me the captain's rig codes and we'll find Nicole. Looks like the crew barricaded the door to the emergency wing. You have to blow through it to get to the morgue. Get some thermite from medical storage and a shock pad from zero-G therapy. Should be down the corridor. Communication is useless in all this static.
Yeah, the buzzing of flies does confirm that those were probably maggots then. I was thinking about it because I immediately went to, did they bring flies on the shuttle with them? Let's sell one of these. I'm gonna sell two. Not sure if we'll be using the flamethrower just because it's kind of a... Okay, that's the right way to go. Where it came from. I think I know what that sound is. Oh, never mind, it's this guy. Good hustle. Okay, I don't want to use the... Oh, still not the right way to go, so I'm wondering why it's letting me go this way so long. What? Alright, this room. I remember this room. Okay, let's go the right way before we explore this direction, because I feel like this might be the right way eventually. Also, whenever there is a stasis recharge, that is A, a sign that stasis is going to be mandatory, but B, a good excuse to use it in any fights. Alright, let's go the actual right way. When I heard that thumping, I was honestly expecting it to be the mini-game of this game. Which, yes, Dead Space does contain a mini-game. Zero-G basketball, as it were. I'm just checking something real fast. Alright. Back into it.
All weapons have an alternate firing mode.
Thank you. Oh, if you're curious what the alternate firing mode on the pulse rifle is, it's very goofy. It's probably the worst one, though. I will only use that alt firing mode when we have, like, bullets to spare. Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, no. I was like, why didn't that work? It's because I tried to use kinesis, not stasis. Pulse rounds, yay. Alright, so again, just my intuition telling me the lights are going to go out and we're going to fight in here. Like, I don't remember that exactly, but that's just what...
Anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
God damn it, yeah. This is why I go for the legs, because I can't do this without, like, a controller. Alright, so mechanically, I'll briefly talk about that. I'm really glad that the quarantine emergency thing just makes it harder to fucking see. That was really thoughtful of whoever made that. Okay, one thing you can do that is very weak, but hypothetically, I don't even think that hit. Or maybe it did because it only took one shot. I don't know. You can grab the blades of slicers and, you know, kinesis that into enemies. I have never felt like it's done that much damage, though. Especially when you miss. Alright, let's reposition. We should probably be focusing on the one that can, like, run at us, and not the one on the ground. Shut up. There we go. I also could have used some more stasis there, because again, stasis recharge thing. Still not an awful encounter, all things considered. I only got hit one time. Yeah, I would only recommend the whole blade thing if you're in a scenario where you're only fighting like one at a time and it's fairly low stakes. Just, you know, save a little ammo. Oh, I was gonna say when I said so mechanically. Mechanically, I'm not... What the fuck is... Damn! Anyways. No, mechanically, I don't... Like, it says shoot their limbs off to do extra damage. I know that, you know, slicers just don't function without their arms. You know, stuff like that. However, I'm not certain...
What in God's name is going on down there?
I think that's precisely the point, Doctor. God's work.
I'm not so sure of that. We have to assume that the colony's problems are somehow connected to the marker.
You can assume all you want to. I do not. The marker is glorious and divine. You know that.
God moves in mysterious ways.
Anyway, we'll have it on board tomorrow. You can analyze it all you want to. What are you so worried about?
Worried? Captain, people are dying down there, killing each other. Is this madness the transformation unitology teaches us?
Doctor. Terrence. There will always be risk when the stakes are high. And here, they're enormous. It could change everything.
And that's what worries me.
Talking a little vague.
I finally convinced Jurgens to show me the video feed from the colony. And what I saw was glorious. Breathtaking. Miners undergoing a transformation into something extraordinary. I must know more. Even as the believer within me wants to become one of them, the scientist needs to uncover their secrets. I need to study one of these necromorphs, as Kyne so clinically puts it. I need to witness this infection firsthand. Perhaps that patient from the colony.
Yeah, so there now we have the official name of these things, necromorphs. I think I've called them that at some point, but that's what they are. The official name of the enemy. And we're kind of getting the strokes of what happened. The miners found something that has caused them to transform into this. Someone's running a vacuum cleaner. No God, no fear, no God, no fear. Alright. Yeah, that's decent. I can't read that. Run and hide. Don't stay here. It's not safe here anymore. Gotcha. They are watching. Biological Prosthetics Center. We keep you working. Oh, they can just give you a whole new arm? Rad.
Come on! Come on! Let me out!
Also, good news. The fetus farm is producing exactly what we intended. Anyways, I try hard when I play games to not just, like, cross-reference things that I've, like... Okay, what the fuck? The only good news about them doing that is an instant kill for them. If you mash even tolerably quickly, you saw what happened. I punt kicked him. Okay. Also, you can technically get some Isaac first-person dialogue from that, but it's mostly just tiny flavor text. He doesn't really say too much. Anyways. I try not to just, like, reference people like Mandalore. Or like just any other YouTuber that I watch and use their jokes and whatever and observations when I play games. That being said, a neat one that I never really pieced together that he said is that they were likely using like doing like stem cell farming, and this isn't like some like pregnancy wing. Anyways, these enemies also suck. As you saw from the, like, their little intro cutscene where they killed that guy, they have a projectile attack. They are a small, ranged enemy who hides their limbs a lot of the time. They are probably another good argument for the pulse rifle, because if they're not going to show their limbs anyways, you might as well just, you know, shoot them a lot.
Alright, that thermite you picked up should be able to melt through the barricade. Use the shock pad to ignite it. Hope I can hold this position. I can hear something big moving out there.
Alright, let's see how many... Okay, so those go in stacks of 100, good to know. I can also probably use a minor heal right now while we're... Alright, well, we learned something there. And that is those ones with the armored legs. Like, those legs do seem armored, and it was taking, like, we just never took out the legs, so that's another wrinkle to the game plan here. I see that they're wearing big pant. I should, shoot them. In the, thing. One of my buddies is trying to get my attention. I actually think, you know what, we could maybe do this as a shorter stream. Tunnel it after like 2 hours. Just cause, yeah, I remember there's some other stuff I need to do today. I'm a little really pissed about the whole. Oh, now I need to go get the shock pad. So now we gotta go this way. Anyways, I'm a little pissed about the whole not having my day off so I could stream this as long as I would have wanted, and then being able to not worry about going into work later. Whatever. At least I only have 3 more days of work until I can get to another weekend, so. Given that this game is only 10 hours, depending on how I play it on my days off, on my working days, we might just, Asus module just increases the range, but it doesn't fuck with you, so that's cool of it. No empty zones. Yeah. We are going to be upgrading the rifle a whole lot. I think that's kind of priority, because it is the gun that I think takes your nodes and turns them to the most. Thanks. That's the other thing those enemies can do. They can hang out on the walls. Oh, I'm out of plasma cutter ammo. I can't reload. This is a pickle. I kind of like defaulting to using it. Okay, get in there. That's where you're supposed to go. Oh, thank goodness. Time. Calm down. You can also... Inventory full. Those take inventory slots? That sucks. What would he even drop? I guess this. Go to the bench and immediately get something for our rifle. Power nodes can also be used to unlock additional areas. Like there'll be things where like the circuits are fried, so you need to insert the node. The problem with those is they can get you a lot of money, which is nice, but it just feels bad doing that when I could, you know, upgrade my gun. Alright. Try this again. Get in there. Oh, now it works. Wondering why it wasn't earlier. Now we can bring this over. I'm just trying to get a good angle. Infidels! Interesting to me they even have a line of sight. The fact that it Where'd that one go? I stay topped off and loaded. Reload speed, I think, is my least favorite upgrade of them. I don't know, I don't feel like you get enough bang for your buck on that. There are a couple of areas where you have to do this. It's good for making you nervous.
As you know, the Ishimura is able to set its gravity locally. Your grav boost will kick in when you enter a zero-G area.
Get along. Zero-G areas. You have to fight in a few of these. And I think fighting in Zero-G is weird. I mean, you almost always fight the enemies that suck when you do it, so that doesn't help. Like the youths and those crawly guys with the saber-tooth / walrus tusks.
Exiting zero gravity.
Great. You got a shock pad. Combine that with the thermite at the barricade to destroy it. Shit.
Let's use a little bit of
I can
this.
hear more coming. Moving through the vents. Stay safe, Isaac.
Entering zero gravity.
Alright.
Entering zero gravity.
Here, so I can get another angle. Where even is the damn thing? Say, how are you still functioning? I could have sworn that they primarily used their tail to attack. So. Into the gravity.
Exiting zero gravity.
Sorry, let me check what my inventory is looking like. Let me drop or use it by accident, whatever, either way works. I want to grab that medium G, medium air can. Yeah. I don't remember if air cans automatically get used when you're running out, but they are another thing. I don't think air cans are that useful. There's not enough no oxygen segments, in my opinion, for it to be truly worthwhile. There we go. There was a nice instance of us doing the thing with the slicer's arms. seem weaker when they're on the walls for some reason. I've got an itch, but I'm scared that, like, if I go scratch it, I'll get jumped. But my hand isn't ready to shoot. Again, I forgot that we have this route, like, this map that I can barely, like, read. Oh, here we go. There's an instance of the node. Yep. Use one power node to override lock. Do we even have a node on us? No. Yeah, these are the things you can do. There's often, like, I believe that's like a semiconductor, and semiconductors will give you a lot of money. There's to sleep after an strong setup. He seems literally unable to sleep without chemical aid. Most people would succumb to exhaustion after 50 plus hours of waking, regardless of any desire to stay awake, not Harris. The explanation of events on the colony is also odd and points to the same paranoia we've seen elsewhere at PlanetSide. His guilt is in no doubt. Two PlanetSide security officers were present when he took Dr. Sorrell hostage and murdered Nurse Evans, and he doesn't deny his actions. They insist there was no crime, nor does he feel guilt. It's classic sociopathic behavior, but Harris exhibits no other symptoms. He is affable and friendly, able to empathize and offer original opinions. When questioned about the murder, however, he becomes withdrawn and stringent, displaying schizophrenic behavior. He also undergoes intermediate hallucinatory periods, again similar to those experienced by other colonists. Harris claims he threatened the doctor because he had to stop the dreams and make the faces. He'll kill again to make it whole again. What that means, I have not determined yet. Most intriguing case. Yeah, so whatever they dug up turns you into a super schizophrenic, and then you turn into a flesh creature. Alright. Anyways, so remember that thing I said about not running everywhere? Also, that's the enemy that I think the flamethrower is just like super useful for. See those things? You use flamethrower button, bada bing bada boom, no problem anymore. Alright, let's see how much this medium air can sells for. Medium air can sells for 1,000. Yeah, okay, that sucks. You can also sell excess ammo. But not really my concern. I want to get us a node, but I think we should probably hold. Nah, we'll get it right now. It probably wasn't something we should have done just standing there. Maybe should have stepped back a bit.
Should be clear from there to the morgue. Remember, the codes are on the captain's body.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan transmitting ship-wide. We need more help. We don't have the resources to deal with this many cases. Nobody would tell us what's happening. These wounds, we are not equipped to deal with this. Get him to the table. Hold him. Nurse, you hold him down. Christ. And record it.
That was Nicole, right? I can't tell from here when that log was made. I'm sure she's around here somewhere.
Also, the obvious issue with opening doors with There we go. Here's what I was gonna say, is the obvious issue with... Oh, dang it, I forgot. Oxygen recharge. Why would there need to be an oxygen recharge in an area where it can breathe? I wonder what that means will happen in this room in the future. Strange, isn't it? Honestly, a game developer should put a few, like, fake out ones of those. Also, I think logically, the air cans should be reusable. Like, you use an air can in space, and then you can come to an oxygen recharge and fill it up for the next time you go to a space segment. And that would give them a reason to do that. Also, yeah, I'm not surprised the medical bay was not equipped to handle this. I don't think anybody could fix what they got going on. Let's use the pulse rifle some more. And, I mean, I've been cutting them up too much. When work? I work in 4 hours. I was probably planning on, hang on. I was probably planning on doing this for 1 more hour, and then... then, like, starting my laundry and such. To be straight. Yeah, I was gonna probably start my load of laundry and then... Yeah, that was the plan, was to do that. Because when I saw the @ I was like, I can't do this all day. Alright.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? My name is Eileen Fisk. I just woke up in here and everybody was gone. I don't know what's happening. Why did they all leave? I'm going to try and find someone. If you can hear this, please come for me. I can hear scratching in the wall. Hello? Who's there? Are you a doctor? Why is everyone... Wait, I know you. You're Harris, the prisoner from the colony. You killed that nurse. Help! Somebody help me! Please! Please!
I didn't know they could enter the vents live. Where's that one going? Oh, just slightly closer. But I think I remember the other thing. If they are doing that running at you, that's probably a decent time to do the melee attack, because you can cancel the run. Newborns. Okay, Viri. Cody with a K. You think those were dev kids? There's just like a whole thing about like noting thing. Okay, well, I know we're gonna have to come back through here eventually, so that will help with the other thing. Also, when I said I was gonna plan on doing this for 2 hours, that means we got like 30 minutes left. I don't think you're okay. think that lady was a licensed medical professional. We're in our previous conversation, as you've delivering the marker up from the planet for a day or two, as sorry. You know, I'm as keen as anyone to study it in detail, as I understand your sense of urgency given the events on the colony, but that's why I ask. What's happening down there is just too unique, too unprecedented to cut it short without proper time to study the causes and effects. In light of the discussion I had with Dr. Mercer, I'd like to meet with Drs. Ciarello and Welland planetside to get their observation. Another save. My instincts are telling me something fucked up is about to happen, but I can't remember. Like, I remember there being, like, a particularly nasty encounter.
Science Log Chief Science Officer Dr. Kine reporting. The colony's problems concern me greatly. I have no doubt they are somehow linked to the discovery of the marker, but the exact nature of that connection is still unknown. Almost 40% of the colonists are experiencing a form of dementia. The obvious symptoms are acute depression, insomnia, and hallucination. Incidents of violence and even murder also indicate extreme paranoia. Dr. Mercer has advised that I bring some of the affected on board for study. Dr. Welland, the planetside psychiatrist, has reported that his own analysis has been fruitless. I'm hesitant to rely on Dr. Mercer at this point, but I need his expertise. We need solutions, and we need them quickly.
Alright, the fun fact I was going to mention, like, way earlier that I just kind of, like, slept on. Okay, it's well known that the first letter of every chapter name spells a hidden message. However, that hidden message is a spoiler, so I wouldn't recommend looking it up if you didn't already know that bit of fun fact. Dang, I can't just close it. Alright, yeah, now I can see this thing do its work. A new enemy type. That thing can take corpses, turn them into slicers. But the other thing the pulse rifle is good for notice how enemies getting hit by it are really stunned. Like, they can't move when they're under fire from it. That's another useful feature of the pulse rifle.
Codes received, and they look good. Thank God. I'll start accessing the captain's records right now. Head to the tram station, and I'll contact you there. I'm going to find out what the hell happened to this ship.
So I assume this is what we just got. It's my duty to officially announce Captain Benjamin Mathias dead. Reports the exact circumstances surrounding his death are conflicted, and beyond the scope of my role, I can only report on the body. Subject was in generally good health for his age, though a cursory blood test indicates his leukocyte count was very low, with cyanophils in particular almost non-existent. Brief light physical exam showed no such problems, indicating rapid onset. However, it was unlikely that it had any effect on his death. Multiple contusions on the arms and hands, indicating a brief struggle pre-mortem. Slight contusion around the ribcage, suggesting his chest was restrained in some way. The cause of his death was a single prolonged trauma in the ocular body, which contained on through the cavity wall, and finally onto the frontal lobe, causing rapid neurotrauma, seizure, and death. The force required to puncture the ocular cavity in this manner is great, and the possibility of self-infliction correspondingly low. I therefore have no alternative but to record a preliminary verdict of an unlawful death, whether deliberate or accidental, is beyond my jurisdiction. Oh, right. Another node. I'm sure that there's someone on the line who has a pretty good guide about which node doors are worth opening or not. I think you'd kind of need one to determine whether or not you'd want to. Also, another word of advice. It might seem like I just did that for no reason. However, that thing that makes more enemies can't make them if the body's fucked up. Like missing limbs. So, if you want to, if you see a room with a lot of bodies, you can... Dang it. I wanted that to work so desperately. Alright. Yeah, give me the... that I needed after that little incident. I wanted that to work. I wanted that to finally be the moment where I shot someone's legs out and then stomped on them, but it wasn't to be.
Isaac! Somehow one of them found a way down to the captain's nest. I managed to contain it in a damaged escape pod. Lifting executive lockdown now. I found the deck logs. Whatever is happening around here, it came from the planet when they cracked it open. It spread to the colony and reached the ship. Isaac, this isn't an infection. It's some form of alien life. Shit, we've got bigger problems. The ship's engines are offline and our orbit is decaying. Get over to the engineering deck ASAP while I stay here and figure out what the problem is.
And there you can see kind of the crux of this game's, like, not narrative, but the crux of the game's, like, progression. It's a lot of, Isaac, something fucked up's happening. Go unfuck it. That'll be a majority of what we're doing through the adventure. Is just workbenches this way. You gotta go back. Where are those little wiggly fellas? Because we left like 2 of them. They're still like active. They are. Alright, creating this some more. I think I just want to take it this way. Or, nah, let's get the other upgrade while we can. There we go. Yeah, 7 damage as opposed to this thing's 12, which will eventually 16. We have 16 per shot, whereas this one will eventually be doing 9. And it fires in 2-round bursts and has like way more storage capacity. Again, Plasma Cutter is way better at efficiently targeting limbs. It's just, it doesn't do much else. Stomp it. Holding me hostage. Now proceeding. I might regret using all that money on that additional node, but we'll see when we see. And why are we getting scare noises? Chapter 2, Intensive Care, completed. Yes.
You've got two problems, and we're working on borrowed time here. First, there's no fuel in the engines. Second, the gravity centrifuge is offline, which means there's a couple of trillion tons of rock pulling us down. I need you to get that centrifuge operational. Refuel the main engine and fire it up so I can stabilize the ship's orbit.
Yeah, honestly, if it wasn't for us coming to this thing, this whole little thing would just be, oh wow, mining operation just kind of mysteriously ceased. If I remember the lore correctly, it's an illegal mining operation. Store. Alright, let's sell some additional shit while we're here. Whole stack of pulse rounds only sells for that much. That's crazy. And we're still at a level 2 suit, so nothing to worry. Yeah, that's my biggest fear is buying something and then not having enough for the next level suit. This is not the way to go. So what? Elevator. Let's not go to the elevator for no reason. Or maybe that is a way to explore. Well, those are emergency supply lockers. Emergency supplies, 25 bullets. Not even a full magazine, just some. Didn't we just upgrade the capacity? Go. Now that thing takes a full stack to reload. So we're just definitely exploring right now. Small air can, cell fodder. Med pack, also cell fodder.
This is
Audio log.
Now the centrifuge is offline. We've got 4 trillion tons of rock hanging off our ass, and without that centrifuge to balance the ship, the gravity tethers will pull us straight down to the colony. I'm heading in there now to see if I can fix it.
Okay, well, now it feels like this is, again, just another instance of this being the right way to go eventually, but not right now. Go back up. Yeah, I'm coming to realize that if there's like some side exploration that's through like a whole lot of traveling, probably just something we're supposed to go do later. Jimmy slide around. I did not kill you.
What in hell is going on here? Danvers, Henderson, he's crazy. He's pulling his own teeth out. Henderson, for God's sake! Oh God, is he dead? Relax, he's alive. But he hit that door pretty hard. Man, why would he do something like that? I don't get it.
Okay, let's drop this. Actually, oh, I can't even use it. Grab that, pick that up. The flame fuel's not going to be useful this playthrough, but it would feel wrong to not grab it. It's an upgrade to the store. And it's missable. Bench. That thing right there looks pretty throwable. Check log, Hallow FAB. Don't know what's going on around here. Someone said the ship's been attacked. Who the hell would attack us out here? First the captain dies, now we get attacked. Carmack says someone on bridge staff killed him. Can't believe that. Goddamn chaos now. Can't get through to the bridge. Can't get through to anyone. Everyone's running, getting the hell out. Probably join them. I gotta wonder what your odds are if you were just like hiding somewhere. Like, how do necromorphs hunt people? You know, do they just use their traditional senses of sight and sound, or is there some other way that they can get to you? Alright. Right way, so let's go wrong way briefly. The necromorphs don't have ears, yet they do seem to be able to hear. The only thing I'll say about the pulse rifle is it doesn't give you ammo super efficiently. Actually, no, never mind. I'd have to do like a lot of math to kind of suss that out, but you get it in stacks of 25. We didn't even use that much on it. That's all we need to do for the fuel. Oh Lord, they're coming. Check if there's anything else there. Nope, we're full up on ammo, so that's good. Honestly, when it comes to like, so we're gonna need to upgrade the suit a lot before we start using other weapons, because you can see our inventory is already like pretty cramped. Oh, this armor has 5% armor. I assume that's a 5% damage reduction. Well, I assume. Huh. Yeah, that's exciting. We're cornered. Only one way out of this situation. Controlled fire to preserve ammo. Back to the cutter to finish off the other things, because giving us a lot of cutter ammo, even though that's not the gun we just used. It's a bit annoying. Not that it's under any, like, not like it's programmed to do so. It's just, you know, it would be nice.
Shut it, Danvers. Shut it. Engineering log. Temple reporting. Someone has shut off the fuel lines to the primary engine and damaged the valves in the process. They need to be repaired before I can reopen them, but we're running out of time. With the engine offline, orbit decay will begin in less than 10 hours. I just can't understand who would do this. If it's one of those crazy unitologist bastards, I'll break their neck. They were coming. We never should have let them live. Shut up, Danvers! Help me with the tools. Temple out.
I wonder where that one went. I rate ammo the highest out of any supply, which is why I've never, like, I haven't engaged. Oh, the Ripper? That's a good one. Oh, what do we drop now? I guess this small stack of pulse rounds. But the Ripper is a weapon that I will strongly consider using. I am quite a fan of it. I don't know, I might have to do some thinking on that between parts. Might, you know.
Refueling sequence activated. Sufficient fuel to fire primary engine.
Whatever you did, it's working, Isaac. I have a fuel reading. It's only a quarter full, but that's enough to restore orbit once you bring the engines online. False alarm. Thought I saw something.
All right. I think we'll get back to the... area with the store, and then we will... call it for the day. I would love to come back and just pick up all this stuff to sell it, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, go drop off the schematics. Maybe come back for more stuff. Good hustle. I have to go that way. Way out was the other way. Oh no, it was just leading me a stupid direction. We didn't even have to fight that enemy. Or any enemy. Nuts, do we have a node on us? No nodes. Got it. Alright. Hey, we managed to stop it.
Personal log. Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple. It's been 2 days since they pulled that planet open, since the captain died. The panic, the riots, they were nothing compared with what came after. Our friends, our co-workers, started coming back. Changed, coming back to kill us, drag us away. Rucker disappeared this morning, and I have to assume he's dead. My crew, they're starting to crack. I'm trying to keep an eye on them, but right now I have bigger problems. We're hemorrhaging fuel, and the primary engine is laboring. Danvers and I are gonna try to reach the fuel depot to see if we can fix it. Temple out.
Poor guy. He definitely did not make it. Alright. Now, new thing, flame fuel, and the Ripper. Alright, so the Ripper... probably one of the weirder weapons in terms of, like, concept. We're definitely not gonna get it right now because... look at how... our inventory is constantly stuffed. I'm gonna get another node. Yeah, our inventory is constantly stuffed full right now. Until we get a third suit, like a level 3 suit, I don't see us needing a... other thing. No, we're gonna do one last thing. Let's go back and grab grab that stuff to sell. Might as well, right? And then we'll call it for the day. Small air can, that probably sells for garbage, so grab more stuff. That's... oh, and we can use the bench. And the only thing that's keeping me off the plasma cutters, it's going to take so long before it gets to the things that I care about, which is damage and capacity. Eventually, when I feel like the rifle is... let's go ahead and grab that. Grab that, yeah, so the route, we're going to grab that damage, and then we're just going to go straight to the end there. And that will be the rifle handled. Remember, there is an enemy here. Where? Oh, we missed 1,000 credits too. Oh shit. Where did that enemy go? I gotta wonder. Anyways, yep. Go grab the stuff and then get back out. I don't normally play the game like this, but I say normally, I've played this game twice before and like played and beaten it twice. I'll say I'm not really the kind of guy who goes back and replays most games repeatedly. Most of the time I get my one time and kind of get out. There have been a few games where I play them a few times, but these days I either have to have a strong desire to want to specifically revisit a game, or I have to it's either I have to have a strong desire to revisit a game, or I have to have like a reason. Like this is a reason. The whole streaming thing. The main thing that I don't do, that I might change in the future for the purposes of streaming, is I don't often go back to games specifically for challenge runs. Yeah, this is probably worth like next to nothing, so we're just gonna grab the ammo, head back out. But yeah, you're an enemy. We missed one? I could have sworn I heard the... I jumped when that banner went down because I thought it was a slicer arm. I could have sworn I just heard the growl of an enemy. But whatever. I wonder if it's going to repeat the same sequence with that big one just running by. Nope. That big one's around, it's not actively attacking us. So it's best not look a gift horse in the mouth and just on out of here. Alright, got turned around there for a second. The thing I will complain about is, why is there not a convenient, like, why is the bench down here and not where the store is? That's slightly annoying, because if I decide to get another node, which I might, our new profits. Oh yeah, we're definitely getting another node. We gotta go all the way back there. Anyways, I want to do more challenge runs and stuff, and that gives me an excuse to revisit games that I've already played on stream. Like, maybe one day I will do a run of this game where it's plasma cutter only. And I will be just as much of a freak about the nodes. Because there it'll be important that the plasma cutter gets, like, as good as we can possibly make it. That damage. Yeah, boy. Now we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more nodes before we get a damage upgrade. But still, that's pretty good, given how many nodes we've already gotten. Yeah, that thing should be ready to go. And then we can actually start upgrading other weapons. Won't that be novel? Where's the save point? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yep. Let's just save this up, and then I will go. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Anyone who did come, thank you for watching the VOD. As always, I'll get back to more of this in a bit. All right. See ya around.